A strange thing happens when your environment becomes chaotic. Your brain starts behaving like it. A messy desk, a cluttered room, hundreds of open tabs, a phone full of unfinished notifications. None of these things are directly attacking your goals, but they create something invisible: mental noise. The human brain is constantly scanning the environment for information. Every object around you carries a tiny signal. A notebook reminds you of unfinished work. A notification reminds you of something you ignored. A random item on your desk creates a small question. Should I deal with this? Most people think clutter is just a physical problem, but the deeper problem is that every piece of disorder becomes a demand for attention, and your attention is not unlimited. The brain does not have a clean separation between the outside world and the inside world. The chaos around you slowly becomes the chaos inside you. But the most interesting part? Sometimes the mess is not the result of a distracted mind. Sometimes the mess creates the distracted mind. Psychologists call this relationship between environment and mental state cognitive load. Cognitive load is the amount of information your working memory is trying to handle at one moment. Think of your brain like a computer. Every open program consumes processing power. The problem is that humans often keep dozens of invisible programs running. Remember to reply to that message. Don't forget that task. I need to organize those files. I should probably fix that problem. Even if you are not actively thinking about them, they occupy mental space. This is why people often feel tired without doing anything physically exhausting. Their brain is carrying unfinished information. A cluttered environment creates a similar effect. Your brain sees disorder and interprets it as unfinished business. A pile of papers is not just paper. It is a collection of possible decisions. A messy room is not just objects. It is hundreds of small attention requests. Most people try to fix this by increasing discipline. They think, I need to become more organized. But organization is not just a personality trait. It is an environmental design problem. The brain is highly influenced by what surrounds it.
One famous area of psychological research explores how environments influence behavior. Researchers have found that visual distractions can reduce the brain's ability to maintain focus. Your attention system evolved to notice changes and potential problems. A movement in the corner of your vision, a new object, a new sound, a new piece of information. This was useful for survival. But in modern environments, the same system creates overload. Imagine an ancient human walking through a forest. Every unusual object could matter. A strange sound could signal danger. The brain evolved to search. Now imagine that same brain sitting in a modern room. A phone flashing, a messy desk, multiple screens, random information everywhere. The survival system is still active. The brain is constantly asking, what should I pay attention to? The result is attention fragmentation. Studies on attention show that switching between tasks creates a cognitive cost. Your brain does not instantly jump from one task to another. It carries leftover information from the previous task, like walking through mud. Every switch slows you down.
But it gets worse. Modern technology has turned environmental chaos into something portable. Your phone is basically a pocket-sized room filled with thousands of attention triggers. Every app is competing for mental space. Every notification creates a tiny, unfinished loop. Every unread message becomes a small piece of psychological clutter. The problem is not that technology exists. The problem is that your brain treats digital disorder the same way it treats physical disorder. Too many choices, too many inputs, too many open loops. Your mind becomes a room where every object is shouting, "Look at me!" And when everything demands attention, nothing receives deep attention.
This creates a dangerous cycle. Chaos creates stress. Stress reduces control. Reduced control creates more chaos. The environment gets worse. The mind gets worse. The loop continues.
The solution is not becoming a perfectly organized person. The solution is reducing unnecessary cognitive friction. You need to design your environment so your brain spends less energy managing chaos. The first principle: create clear spaces for clear purposes. A workspace should communicate, "This is where important things happen." A distraction area should not compete with it. The second principle: remove decisions from the future. Good systems reduce the number of choices your brain must make. Instead of asking every day, "When should I work?" create a default. Instead of asking, "What should I focus on?" create a priority structure. The third principle: make important actions visible and distractions invisible. Humans are heavily influenced by what is easiest to see. If your environment constantly displays distractions, your brain constantly processes them. The goal is not more control. The goal is fewer battles. A well-designed system does not require constant willpower. It guides behavior automatically. This is the foundation behind systems like prioro, building environments and structures that match how human attention actually works.
Your environment is not just where you live. It is part of the machine that creates your thoughts, decisions, and actions. A chaotic environment quietly asks your brain to solve problems all day. A designed environment gives your brain permission to focus. The difference between distraction and focus is often not motivation. It is architecture. Because humans do not simply operate inside environments. We are shaped by them. The room around you becomes the room inside your mind. If you want a system designed to fix this exact cognitive friction, check out Prioro. Subscribe for more deep dives into behavioral mechanics.